And we've got GLs in chat from both players. Hold on, hold. Oh no, they both said ready. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I didn't see the ready from John. It was up a little bit. We're good to go. Go ahead and start whenever, players. It looks like that it's about a 5-second difference in starting between these players. And we see early on it's a bit even up. This is the 8 and the 9. This is, as far as the seedings goes, should be the most balanced match, as it were. No upsets yet in this tournament. We may see all top 8 seeds advance to the top 8. 19-19. Again, these players extremely close, and I like the board of Dars just a bit better. He's got opportunities for doubles. He's got to kind of work left to right, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. But you see him setting up for horizontals. He can stack pills up like he's going to do. Not going for that horizontal. Thought he would do that. I think he's going to go for the L clear to open up some separation, and that's exactly what he does. And it's still 12-12. These players are both about a minute in and playing at a pretty even pace. And now single digits for both players. Again, these players playing very consistently. John Nash has the better endgame situation, as he can definitely get some zero and minimal drop clears, and also has a double opportunity. I don't think that was the play for John Nash there. I think he should have gone vertically. He dropped that yellow down. That means it's going to be more time for him to clear things out, and that drop time is going to slow him down. 1 virus to go. Dars just needs some blues, and he's out. So does John Nash, but 141 for Dars. Nash not far behind, and he's going to be at about a minute 46. So these players really close early on here as we are in game 1 of this best of 3. The 8 seed Dars versus the 9 seed JohnNash4th. Both incredibly talented players. This is going to be a very, very good match. As it's now looking like Dars opening up a bit of a lead. It's a bit of a scattered board for John Nash. He's going to have to do some forced drop time. He's really going to want to focus on just trying to get some doubles on those viruses at the top of his board so he can minimize drop time completely. And that's what it looks like he's doing. Going to go for that double yellow up there in column 1. And I think the play might have been for the double blue on column 3 for that singular blue, but he's decided that he wanted to get that double clear. It's 7-14. Dars opening up a lead here. We're at the sub 3 minute mark, and as we see these players playing 7 a lot faster than they were 6. That seems to be the trend. I think it's just one of those, you get your rhythm going, and it's very hard to stop. It is 4-10 right now, and John Nash has a bit of an issue in column 1. He's going to have to tuck a blue over, or a yellow over, and he's playing medium speed. So he's got a little bit more flexibility in doing that, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Set him up for a double clear, which he's going to take in 1, and he's now down to 4. But Dars is going to be out at 3-10, just getting that last virus. So it is currently level 8 for Dars. John Nash needing just 6 more blues and making the smart play, going for the lower altitude blue, so there's no drop time because nothing drops once you clear that last virus. It's a good strategy to employ if you do have that one that you're just not able to take care of for whatever reason. He's out at 331, not far behind, only 12 viruses back. We've seen players come back from a lot more. And now 22, and I like Dars's board. He's keeping things pretty consistent. Right now it is 30 viruses, and it's a bit of an issue where he's going to have to clear that entire row of viruses to open his board up. While Dars's board is quite open right now, a lot of opportunities, a lot of flexibility for him. Not so much when you have that blockade of viruses as John Nash does. He's going to be forced to have to do some drop plays and open things up, but I like what he's doing here. Opening up the center of the board, that's where you want to open things up. You don't want to really open things up on the sides if you can help it. And a tuck play. Okay, a smart play, getting rid of that garbage. I like that. It is 17 viruses, so we're starting to see John Nash come back. He's starting to make good down presses, smart plays here. Not a lot of red, definitely blue and yellow dependent, as we are getting close to the end game of 8 for both of these players. It's still 7 viruses for Dars, 14 for John Nash, as he's trying to close this gap. That double clear will definitely help. He's now down to 11, now down to 10, really starting to make those minimal drop plays count right now. May have to force that garbage out in column 1. I think he's trying to avoid it where he can, as he is now going to tuck in column 8. But Dar's now finally down to 1 virus, as he just needs 1 more blue, and he's going to get it. And now 3 viruses to go for John Nash, but at about a 5-13, 5-14, Dars is out of 8 and into 9. And he's got some pretty good horizontal opportunities if he sees them to start his board. And that cluster really helps for those minimal drop plays. We'll see what he decides to do here. And it looks like he's going to play a nice L horizontal, or a nice L clear, to really open up that cluster of the board. It is 26-40. We're really starting to see Dars get heavy on that down press. As we continue here in this first round match, the 8 seed Dars, the 9 seed JohnNash4th. Dars looking to lock this up. A great T clear. That will really start to open his gap up. He's down to 16, so really this is when endgame starts to really become a factor. He's got to start working on that top line. Those red viruses up top going to have to be addressed at some point, and you want to do it with a little drop as possible. Meanwhile, John Nash also on 9 of the blue heavy board, down to 23. He knows he's probably going to have to gas it up a little bit to stay competitive here with Dars. Dars is closing it down. He's now down to 5 viruses. You got to wonder if he's going to try for the horizontal play to be clever, and it looks like that's his plan right now. Looks like he is going to go for that horizontal, and he gets it. But now he's kind of locked himself out. He's going to have to force himself to clear each of those yellow viruses individually, but he has the drop clear that he's forcing himself with, and all he needs is the yellow. He's going to get it. He's going to be out at sub 7, 651. That'll do it. That'll lock it down for Dars. And one moment here, we just need to take care of something really quick. Just a few minutes, please. All right, folks, we are back. Apologize for that. We are ready for game number 2. All right. We have go and readies from both players. Let's do this. Game number 2. Dars looking to lock this one down. John Nash looking to advance. But he's going to have to win 2 in a row now as both players getting started. Looks like Nash will be starting about 5 seconds after the bell here. Looking at these boards, it's 2 good boards from these players. A lot of separation, though, on Dars's board. That Spire and 4, I think, is going to be problematic. You're going to be seeing a lot of double virus plays, I think, or rather double pill plays right there in that general area. But meanwhile, Nash off to a blazing start, already down to under 20 viruses, as Dars having to deal with a lot of garbage on his board. As we continue here in this first game, there's those double pills, and that's where you're seeing him surge. That Spire's a thing of the past now, as it's 14-12. Dars starting to surge back here in this second game, in this first round between the 8 and the 9 seed. And we're looking at, I think Dars is eyeballing oh, look at that combo by Dars. Amazing play by Dars. That's going to put him in the lead. As Nash continues to struggle a bit in that right corner, looking to just get some horizontal plays. I think he got a little too aggressive, and he knows he's behind the 8-ball. He's got to be more aggressive in his plays. But he's kind of locked himself into that right corner. Meanwhile, Dar's a very clean end game. He's going to be out at 1:26, an amazing time. That's anything, a minute 30 to 1:45, as we said before. That's the ideal time. That's what you want to be at. And it looks like Nash may have locked himself into an octagon-esque situation here and has just buried himself with not a lot of options. It looks like he's fixed the situation. But now he's kind of forced to have to clear horizontally. He could have gone vertically with the double, or horizontally with the double reds. Chose not to. Out at about 1:50. He is a bit behind now, down by a dozen, but it's starting to become a blue-heavy game early on here in 7 for Dars. Meanwhile, Nash doing what I like to do on these early levels, not necessarily having to clear everything, but getting things set up, setting yourself up for success with whatever may happen. Ooh, and no, that doesn't look like a missed drop. I thought it was. It looks like he's trying to play that horizontally there and then drop into a nice combo. This is an excellent play from Nash. He's now down to 19. That's an excellent combo in space. Really, really great awareness there of his board and his combos, as it's now single digits for Dars, and he may finish this level in under 3 minutes versus Nash, who has 17 viruses to go, but he's got good setups. He could have played a tuck there, chose not to. That drop time, it's critical, especially when you're playing at this level. You're playing for the championships. But you've also got to factor in the time it takes to get that tuck play. So, meanwhile, Dars just needs a handful of blues, and he's out. He had to clear out some garbage. This has afforded John Nash a little bit of extra time here, as he's going to be down to 5, but Dars out at 3:11. So he is down, while it's almost out of the woods now for John Nash. He's had an excellent 7 himself, and he's out at 3:18. So only 7 seconds behind, and it's a 4-virus game as far as the sequence goes here. And I like both of these boards, but I think of a little bit more double opportunities, but it's going to be dug in. When you start drilling into this board, it's going to be yellow heavy for John Nash. And really, there's not any threat of any sort of virus color taking over for Dars as he makes a drop play to set up for a horizontal triple. He's a bit locked in with blue. That's going to be an issue for him. But I think he's looking for some reds now. I know he really he's chomping at the bit at that triple, and he's going to drop to clear out 4 viruses. He's at 16. John Nash at 21 now, as John Nash having to deal with a bit of garbage on his end as well. Looking like he's just trying to remain consistent. Doesn't go for that horizontal yellow. I think that might have opened his board up just a little bit. It would have advanced the garbage down, but looking at his board now, looking like he's making some good plays. That would have been an opportunity to clear that garbage. You do have to address it at some point, and especially with how high up it is, you don't want to have that at your end game. You want to get rid of that as quickly as possible. But John Nash going down to it. It's a tie game right now, 9 viruses. It's a bit more favorable of a board for Dars, as everything's a bit closer, even though it is a few rows up. But there's a couple of double opportunities here for John Nash if he sees them. He's going to get rid of that yellow and be down to 8. It's 7 now. It is a yellow-heavy board for Dars in very limited space. He's going to get that tuck double. That'll open it up a little bit, so now he can work on the red. But that blue is buried. He's going to be forced to either go horizontally or have to clear everything out. This is giving John Nash the lead now at this point, as he continues to work on 8. It's 3-3 right now. Both players playing extremely well. It's four reds for John Nash and 2 yellows for Dars. And these players are going to be out at darn near the same time, 5:26 to 5:22. As far as the clock goes, John Nash in the lead going into 9. John Nash needing this to stay alive in this championship tournament. Dars looking to put this one away, but John Nash is not going to let him. John Nash wants to force that third game. He's going to need to just keep playing aggressively, and he may do that. Looking at these boards, I do like Dars's board a little bit better. A lot of double opportunities in his mid game. His end game's going to be a bit dicey with nothing there in row 1. But a lot of horizontal doubles, which is what you love to see in an end game situation. Right now, it is 30 to 29. Both of these players very consistent. John Nash having to force some garbage early on with that red, but that double red is incredibly helpful for him at this point in the game, and managing to stay consistent with those yellows. I think he's trying to play something fancy with that horizontal up there up top, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to drop that down and make a nice combo, and he's down to 20. He's taking the lead. This is the John Nash that I've talked about. He's when it's time to get to it, he gets to it. It is 16-19. Dars has that cluster he's dealing with, and that's slowing him down. A bit more scattered of a board, minimal drop opportunities, and he sees that an only 2 drop play there. I think that's a good call. He's going to clear out that virus up top, and he's going to start addressing the other viruses he has on his top line. And incredible play by both players right now, as it's just within seconds of one another. It is 7 virus. Hello, we're back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me in the chat? My internet just had a big old hiccup. What a great time for that to happen at the end of that match. But it is, I apologize for that. The internet has hiccups as other things do. But what I can tell you, what I'm happy to announce, is we are going to a game 3. John Nash pulled out a big W, and it is 1-1. Sorry, I had to go to the Shadow Realm and play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that. I don't know. But it is 1-1, an epic 9 from John Nash, just taking Dars out to the woodshed there. We're going to go to a third game. The winner of this takes on the 1 seed Dimwit in the second round. And I know both players are definitely looking for that. I'm joined now here in this third game by Just the Mole, a great SNES player in his own right. Thanks for joining me, Mole.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so we've got this third game here, Dars, JohnNash4th. Who you got now? We've seen, Nash just surge.
I don't know. Dars is too tight, man. He's like clean as anything. He's like the cleanest player I've seen, most silently.
Absolutely, I agree. He's also really good at just getting that garbage managed. We have readies from both players. Game 3 of this 8-9. This is the third round 1 match that's gone 3 games, and I suspect it won't be the last. When you have this invitational style tournament and such great players, and everybody's really going to step up their game. They want this big win. Looking early on here, it's still even between these two players, but I gotta say I like Dars's board just a little bit better. There is a lot of separation, but it seems like that where he can find plays, there are minimal drop situations for Dars.
Yeah, John Nash has had a real heavy top blue line there. He's got rid of it now, though, so. And
Nash now really starting. He's leaving the center of that board open. There's not going to be anything in his corners to play, which is good. But what happens in those situations is you're going to see a lot of drop time on his board. I see him eyeballing a hell of a tuck combo if he can pull it off, though.
Yeah, I think he got enough of it there. It's good enough play.
Good enough play, indeed. 12 viruses to go. It's a tale of 2 different boards because Dars is being forced to play both of his corners. While John isn't, and we've seen it in just the speed of the time. And now you got to wonder if John Nash is going to go for that double, and he absolutely is. He's going to be out at 1:17, which is a phenomenal time.
John Nash's board looks a little rough, but once he gets through that top layer a little bit, he's got that square of blues there. You see that right off the bat.
I agree. You get through the halfway point of the stage, and it's going to become real easy going. Meanwhile, Dars is going to be out at about 1:46. And 1:46 is a pretty decent time. It's just John Nat. When you see somebody just put together a sub 120 like that, it's really, really hard It's really hard to stand up to something like that, because the only thing you can do is just try to play faster.
Both play on a medium speed too, huh? That's interesting.
Both play on a medium speed. I like Dars's 7. If he can work around left to right down there, and it looks like that's what he's trying to do, he can really just open up that cluster and also that block in the bottom left corner. That's huge for just clear rate. But looking at it right now, it is still a big lightning bolt there from Nash. He's almost going to be down to single digits. He's at 11 to 2.5 minutes. He's just playing like a beast right now. And we're starting to see Dars make moves, though. A good horizontal there. And you said it yourself earlier, Mo. He plays a clean board, and that horizontal clear completely cleaned his board up.
Yeah, if he gets any sort of garbage, it's gone within the next few pills. He doesn't, wait around.
And that's the kind of play style that you've really got to employ, especially when you're playing speed, because if you don't address the garbage, it's just going to hang up and stay up there later and slow you down in your end game.
So he wants to. I don't know what he's going to plan. I guess he's going to clear that horizontal blue on the right.
I think he was,
and then vertical.
I think he was playing for both 3-11, right around there for JohnNash4th. So he's really starting to open it up here as Dar's a bit slowed down, and as you see, he left that red virus hanging up in column 8, and now he's had to build the spire to clear it out. But he's out at about 336, 337, and I like Dars's board here. But no reds there. He's got to be forced to play that blue-red somewhere, but you're going to see that garbage go away quickly, I think.
He's so good at managing his board when he has to.
Absolutely. 4 minutes now elapsed in this match, and we already see John Nash. He's opened up 8, and has a lot of doubles out there on his right side. And he's going to drop it.
Dar's got to hope for a lot of blue to come his way.
If Dars can start raking these viruses out if he gets blues. He just needs the right pills, and now he's starting to clear off that side. A great drop combo there that puts him to 14. He is catching up now. He is now down to 13, now down to 11. So these quick double plays are putting Dars right back in it, and he's looking at another horizontal as we are almost at the 5-minute mark here in this ultimate match.
They're tied on viruses right now.
And now John Nash has a problem. He's got it. It's going to be red heavy. And I think the smart play might have been to clear the double reds and let that drop. But looks like he's going to be okay. Just needs one more red. He'll be out at sub 5, which is absolutely insane. So we could be seeing some fire on this time here. And look at this combo from Dars to get out at 5-11. He's not far behind either. It's going to come down to who plays 9 the cleanest.
Again, John got a pretty good board here. I mean, he's not missing too many colors at all. Pretty diverse.
And it's the same thing for Dars. What Dars really wants to look at is to open up the center of that board. Great cross clear there. As soon as he can get like the middle of that board open up, he's really going to start doing damage. But look at this combo by Dars. He's now taken the lead by virus count.
Was that 6 viruses at once?
That was an absolute sick play. This is why he's one of the best. You don't have him in the conversation for like best players, but like we've seen him do really well, both in versus and in speed tournaments. Mole.
He is sneaky fast too. Like when it comes down to it, I mean, we all rely on RNG, but he gets it. He knows exactly how to play it.
And he's now down to 16 viruses. The concern now is just playing out of that left corner. He doesn't want to pin himself there. And John Nash also in a situation where he's got a lot of drop plays on a very red-heavy board. And he's down to 15. It's 11 for Dars.
Let's see if John Nash can utilize that yellow garbage over that red in column 7. So what I'd like to see him do.
I would like to see that as well. Looks like not going for the clear on that in column 1. I would have liked to have seen that just to get that out of the way. It is 9-9. It is down to the wire, and there's double opportunities for John Nash to really clean this board out. I think he sees one of them, and I think he's going to clear out his yellows. And he's now down to 5 viruses, but one of those is a double play. And it could be John Nash. He needs 3 reds. It's going to be close here. We're going to see a drop play, but John Nash out at a sub-7, 655.83. He will be advancing to the second round and will take on Dimwit a second time. Dars just couldn't get it together in 9. I thought he had it there. His endgame just choked him up. But JohnNash4th will be advancing the second round to face Dimwit. Props to Dars, though. Dars played a hell of a game. And again, Dars is a sneaky fast player, and I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at this game. And I think we're going to see Dars make a big surge. I think we'll see him in the finals of either a monthly or the Dr. Mario Championships. I think in 2021, he's very good. I think his time is now.